Well, in fact, let's take you back to Mahikeng in the northwest, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has spent the past few hours listening to residents of Ngaka Modiri Mulema district municipality and other areas of the northwest. This is part of the post-Sona Imbizo to communicate directly with citizens. Well, let's take you there now to Pule Letshwiti-Jones, who's been tracking that story. And my goodness, Pule, it was a marathon session, and there was so much for residents of the Northwest to raise with the president and members of his cabinet. What are the key takeouts for you, one or two or even three, that stood out as being key concerns of residents in the Northwest and where they responded to?
Yes, this program started around 9 a.m. It only just was about to adjourn right now at around 5 p.m. There was quite a lot that was being said by some of the residents here in the province, including the core issues being service delivery, amongst those being the issues of clean water and sanitation, of course, saying that this has been a challenge that has plagued the province and areas within different municipalities for years, not months, but years. But amongst also other issues were the challenges that the road industry is facing within the province as well, in terms of having to maintain and fix their roads, and the potholes, the severe potholes that most residents saying are the issues that are plaguing and halting service delivery in the province, and they're saying these issues should be addressed. And joining me now is the Minister of Transport Fikile Mbalula to give us more clarity around this issue of roads in the province. Minister, thank you very much for joining us. Now, residents raised a lot of issues around roads, particularly the potholes. It's nothing new, but they're saying what's the way forward from now on, and what is the timeline?
Potholes must be closed, and as and when they come alive, potholes must be closed. We have road maintenance money we allocate to the provinces, and like I said, we are going to be sitting down with the province from here on the action, not only on potholes, but generally road maintenance, but also some of the roads that will be taking over at the national level with Sanral in terms of the province.
Now, you speak about, Sandra also having to come into play here, but there's also issues around the railway infrastructure as well. And of course, some, instances where we're seeing station services being dilapidated. Is this something on the board as well that you're looking at?
The railway falls within our overall plan in terms of the national rail policy we have placed before cabinet. And of course, the rail infrastructure that has collapsed in most of the provinces, particularly for goods and services. Our policy direction talks to moving from road to rail in terms of freight and logistics. And that is what we'll be focusing on going forward. But the immediate issue at the present moment is to ensure that our roads are properly maintained. As you can see, there is a revolution here, even in this province. I've been to Lichtenberg and everywhere else where we are implementing Sihamba Sonke, where there are potholes, we should actually attend to them, like here in Mahikeng, in the main capital of the province. We must close the potholes. Municipalities must come to the party. Potholes is a permanent feature of road maintenance program, national, provincial, and local government. So I'm very clear that from here, when we go and sit down with the province and consolidate the action plan implementation from this Imbizo, is quite clear it is very urgent. And that also wrap off to other provinces. We don't have to get there with an Imbizo. We've got a program already that we are implementing that deals with potholes at local government and even in our national roads.
Just a quick one, maybe just to be specific, when are you going to be back again in the province to ensure that the
I will be back here in 2 weeks. I'll be back here. I was in Makwasi Hill. In about a month, construction is going to start on that particular road from Atlosana to Makwasi Hill, and then within 6 months that project will be complete. So I will be back here to interact with the province and concretize everything coming from the Imbizo, and ensuring that we do implement most of the issues that have been raised here, potholes, and lack of service delivery in terms of road maintenance and all of that. So those are the issues we'll be dealing with. Within 2 weeks, I'll be back here in Mahikeng in this province of Northwest.
Listen, thank you very much for joining us on ENC.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
There you go, Pule, Minister of Transport Fikile Mbalula, outlining when he will be back. I think it's very important to know what are the timelines looking like to ensure the process of accountability and coming back to track whether what he said today and what he's told, majority of the residents in the province that he will be maintaining and fixing the roads, that we come and see for ourselves and follow up on that story once again. But I can tell you what, there was quite a lot of developments that took place here at the Imbizo today, particularly around the issue of the Operation Dula, of course, in South Africa fence and Soweto Parliament. These are some of the issues that have been raised, of course, by the Labour Minister, who condemned their actions as well, saying they need to work within the prescripts of the law. There's quite a lot that has unfolded here, Tulas, and we'll also be trying to track the president, just to catch up with him and ask him just a few questions around, the issue that's unfolding in Eastern Europe, of course, between the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and of course, amongst the issues related to the regulations around COVID-19 as well.
All right, Pule Letshwiti-Jones live for us from Mahikeng there at the end of that presidential imbizo, giving us a wrap of what came through, as well as talking there to the Minister of Transport.